Hey Saggies, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this is in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot and see what Spirit has for you at this time. I don't normally take two, but Spirit said to take two. So, be sure and like the video. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. But definitely subscribe if you like the messages. I would really appreciate that because it does help my channel to grow, but it pushes the messages out for others too so that they can get the guidance that they may need. And I really, really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Thank you. I do have membership opens. Personal readings are on my website. Go check out all the things. Wow. Lots of major arcana here for you, Sag. I love it. So on the bottom of the deck, we have that Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is that enthusiastic energy, right? That's that fire energy. Wands are about actions, fire energy. And this is like adventurous opportunities, right? And that sense of adventure, which is such a Sagittarius type of energy. So I feel like this is, he's very grounded and stable, and also like looking at things through this lens of curiosity, right? So pages are like that fresh new energy. So you could be like doing something new, opening to a new way of doing things or a new way of seeing things. But then Spirit had me take two cards, and then we had the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. So this could be about new opportunities regarding stability, right? And being independent and doing things on your own, like a new way of being on your own, or just a new way of being independent. Whether you're in a relationship or not, it's not about like single. It's just being able to handle your own, being able to do your own thing, right? I really love that. So the present situation is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be. I feel like this is the energy of clarity and speaking your truth, right? And balancing when making decisions, right? Being decisive, I guess is the term I'm looking for there. Sorry. So like using your logic and being decisive, but also using your intuition towards guiding you, right? So it's balancing that head over heart, but definitely tapping more into the logical aspect of things rather than relying on your emotions. And then like making some sort of decisive decision here. It's also like, just speaking your truth, keeping your boundaries, and gaining some type of clarity. So the blockage here is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a new stable beginning, right? And again, aces, I always say, are gifts from the divine. So there is some kind of like new beginning, new abundant thing that's trying to take place here. And I feel like it's some kind of opportunity that's presenting itself. You're just not being able to see it. And that could be because you're trying too hard to make something else work, or you could possibly be heading in a wrong direction. I just feel like it's a need for you to release control and try to see new opportunities, being open to something new, right? Like if you've had all of your focus on one thing, I feel like maybe it's time to try something new, or not even like starting completely over. It could just be needing to maybe pivot a little bit. But you're definitely not seeing some kind of opportunity here. Maybe not having the clarity that you need. The root cause of this is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is, again, the pages are messengers, and you have the Page of Wands there. But with the Page of Cups, it's about being open to emotional experiences, but also your intuition, messages from your guides, messages from spirit, and being able to use your intuition in order to gain the clarity to see this new beginning that's trying to come in here. That's really interesting. Yeah. Because this is about, like, again, speaking your truth, expressing yourself. Maybe there's an opportunity of you needing to express yourself. You're just not seeing it for what it is. Or you're not taking the opportunity for whatever reason to speak up, speak your truth, and express yourself. Because the Page of Cups is, being able to express yourself from a loving, joyful place, right? Like being grounded and then being free to express yourself and being emotionally intelligent. But also, trusting those messages from the divine. You could feel closed off, right? Feeling unable to express yourself or closed off to not getting messages. It'll be different for each of you. So in the recent past, what is affecting this is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about moving on and like accepting a lesson and then moving forward into a healing journey, right? Trusting that the worst is behind you and moving into a more calm, more peaceful place and time. So the water is really choppy over here, but then it's smooth here, right? So literally transitioning to calm and peace, calmer waters. And, this could be you like wanting to heal from something, or things just kind of being a little tumultuous or maybe heavy, right? And you moving into more peace and calm here and learning a lesson. There's some type of lesson that you have learned and you're moving on from it. So the message from your higher self or from your guides is the Lovers. So the Lovers was originally a card about choice, making a choice from a place of love and alignment, right? Balancing that masculine and feminine. Because every choice that we make needs to be in alignment with love and be in alignment with ourselves. I feel like this is you getting into alignment, or spirit telling you to get into alignment. And I feel like that's what you're moving on from, right? Like you're moving on from this stressful time, these choppy waters. You're moving into more peace and more calm because you're getting into alignment here. Maybe you haven't been seeing a situation and now you will be, right? Like because I feel like you're opening more to intuition, opening up more to different opportunities. Because one thing didn't work out, right? And again, it doesn't mean you're starting all new. You could be, because you have the Fool coming in. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this is about you getting into alignment with, the divine masculine and feminine, but then getting into alignment with like maybe higher purpose, or getting into alignment with what it is that is going to help you move forward, right? Getting into alignment with the purpose and with self in order to move forward. So in the immediate future, we have the Fool. I absolutely love that. So there is a new beginning coming in here. And I feel like maybe you weren't seeing it, right? And that may be causing some frustration or, some, you weren't very clear on things. And I feel like now there's some clarity coming in here. But with the Fool, it's about taking a leap of faith and then trusting that the divine has your back, right? So he's just going to jump off of this cliff and trust that spirit has his back. And he's kind of like freeing himself from, worry or any kind of fear of change, right? So I definitely feel like there is this leap of faith in the near future and like a whole new beginning, right? Just needing to trust and release control. Maybe you're not seeing the situation because you're trying to control it, or because you're not opening to your intuitive nudges. No judgment. We've all been there, right? So in your thoughts and feelings, we have the World. And the World is about completing a cycle and reaping the rewards from that, right? And then starting a new beginning, right? I love when the Fool and the World card come out together, because the Fool is the beginning of the major arcana, right? If you don't know anything about tarot, there's major arcana and then you move into the minor arcana. So the minor arcana are things like day to day tasks or little things that we need to do in order to move into different cycles or learn different lessons, right? So the major arcana are like big changes or big things that are happening in our lives, like starting new jobs, losing jobs, relationships, things like that. So with the Fool, it is about a new beginning. With the World, it is the end of that cycle. So you have completed a cycle and now it's time to step into a new way of being or just this whole new life or a fresh new beginning, right? With the World, I feel like you really want that. You really want to complete some kind of cycle and have something end so that you can move into this fresh new beginning. And you're wanting some kind of fulfillment here, right? Success and reaping rewards. And I feel like that's what's happening here. Like you want to, and even I always see the World like this is a portal, right? And she's kind of going through this portal into a new timeline. So this can be like a whole new, this could be like a timeline shift for you or stepping into, like I said, just this whole new beginning. So in your environment, the influence here, we have the Magician. I love that. So the Magician is about, he comes right after the Fool, right? So you take the leap of faith and then you take the actions and the steps that you need in order to move through all of these lessons, right? So this is about manifesting and then taking that inspired action. It's also about knowing that you have everything that you need, right? So the Magician has all of the tools. He has air, earth, fire, and water. He's got swords, he's got wands, he's got the cups, and he's got the pentacles. So he has all of the things that he needs in order to bring his manifestations down here to earth, right? And he has one arm up to the sky and one pointed down to the ground, like as above, so below. Like he is bringing his manifestations here into his reality. And I feel like that means right now that you are co-creating with spirit. I feel like you are wanting success and fulfillment. You're wanting to close out one cycle and step into this new beginning. And I feel like you've been manifesting something. You've been working with spirit. You've been taking the steps that you've needed to. And now you're co-creating with them in order to have this new beginning and to build a new life or a new way of being or a new mindset, right? Whatever this new beginning is for you, I feel like it'll be different for each of us because this is a general reading. But I feel like there is a new timeline that's starting here for Sagittarius energy. And your hopes and fears, we have the Empress. I absolutely love this. So the Empress is about abundance, growth, right? Like you're wanting that ultimate divine feminine energy, right? Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. So the Empress is the divine feminine. She is open to receive things and she's relaxed and she trusts that her passion and creativity are going to produce the magnetism that she needs to attract everything that she wants, right? Like she works with the Magician. I love that these two are together as well. These are really amazing cards, like the Fool and the World, closing one cycle and starting fresh. And then the Magician, like you're creating things and then you're letting them come to you, right? And it doesn't mean that she doesn't do anything, right? Like she still takes the action. She still takes this, does the things that she needs to do. Like, for instance, right, if this is you starting a new business, like you are manifesting that, you're working with spirit, and then you're taking the steps you need to, but you're also open to receive the clients that you need, the resources that you need, the guidance that you need, right? Like trusting your intuitive messages. I feel like this is like a new way of doing things. Maybe you were trying to do it one way and spirit's trying to get you to do it in a different way. See things from a different perspective maybe, or just seeing this new opportunity. But I definitely feel like you're really hoping for growth, abundance, and just sitting in that Empress energy again, really just enjoying all of the love, the creativity, the abundance. I love the Empress energy. That's amazing. So the potential outcome here is the Knight of Swords, and I love that. So this is Sagittarius energy. And the Knight of Swords is, or sorry, Knight of Wands. Said swords. Or swords, I said wands. So the Knight of Swords is like taking action, right? Really blasting through any obstacles that have been holding you back and charging forward on what it is that you want to bring in, right? So this is, again, that air energy. So this could be a thought process, just changing your thoughts and really blasting through like a mental barrier that you've had and not seeing things clearly. That can be the clarity that you're gaining here, really seeing things for what they are, right? And then, because this is like, that quest for truth and assertiveness. And again, taking that bold action and stepping forward into this situation, right? Because he's, this Knight of Swords, he has his sword up and that horse is just charging through, blasting through any obstacles. So I really love that. I feel like this is you. Things could be picking up pretty quickly with this new beginning, right? Like moving forward very fast, because this is the fastest moving knight in the deck. But this is also just moving forward toward who or whatever you want, and then really taking that action, being assertive and focusing on your goals and having the energy to do so. So I feel like this is you just really charging forward here. Things may be starting to, progress pretty quickly. Taking that decisive action, moving towards your goals, getting the clarity that you need, that mental clarity, blasting through that mental block here, and then being able to really focus on that goal and move towards it because you can see it clearly now. I'm not going to sing the song, but it just came to my mind. But yeah, there's definitely like a new beginning coming in here, and you really taking action towards some kind of new goal, new direction. I just feel like you're not seeing it right now. Maybe just trusting in your intuition and being open to new ways of doing things, right? It doesn't mean you have to have a complete restart. You can still focus on what you're doing, right? Like, for example, if you wanted to start a business, maybe keeping your job right now and realizing that you can have like some kind of side hustle, or you can, start a YouTube channel, whatever it is, right? But there is like this new opportunity that's going to help you feel more stable and grounded and independent, and being able to really focus on self and get into alignment with what it is that you want to do. So I love this message. I think this is amazing. Just be open to new opportunities, right? It may look completely different than what you thought it was going to, but you're definitely moving into like a calmer period and a more abundant timeline, right? That Empress energy, like things are going to be very abundant. Just be open to the opportunities. Be open to that magnetism, that divine feminine energy, right? So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.